Hello students, how are you? Hope all of you are doing well. I am Dr. Smriti Rokha and I welcome you all to eTuition. eTuition, education for better tomorrow. It's a digital learning platform for Odia and English medium student which is developed in Odisha. If you believe in quality education, then you are in the right platform. So what are you waiting for? Please enroll yourself in eTuition app. So now, without wasting much time, let us start today's class. So as all of you know, I have already completed all the concept related to real number which is included in your syllabus. So today what we are going to do? So today we are going to solve the last exercise of your chapter 1, that is 1.4. If you have not watched the previous videos, I have given the link in the description section. Please go through that link. You will get all the videos related to real numbers. So shall we start exercise 1.4 children? All of you are ready with pen and paper? So let us start. So before that, I think I will give, because it will be easier for you to solve problems. So let me remind you that in the previous class we were discussing how we can find out whether a number is terminating, a rational number is terminating or non-terminating, whether it has terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating, recurring or repeating decimal expansion. So I will take up one particular example and we will understand it. I have already explained, but I thought before solving the exercise, let us do it. So I will take one bigger number, 23.3408. So this is, suppose, our decimal number. How many numbers you have after the decimal point? So you have 4 numbers. So what I will write? So 233,408 divided by your, okay, so 10 to the power 4, right? So 233,408 divided by 10 to the power 4. So now what I will do, because it's a bigger number, let us find out the factors of it. Let us find out the factors of this number. So as we can see, it will be divisible by 2. You divide it by 2 and you will get 2 by 1 1 1, yeah, then 6 7 0 and 4. Again it is divisible by 2, so you have 5 8 3 5 and 2, correct? So again it is divisible by 2, you have 29, here comes 1 7 and 6. Then again it is divisible by 2, 1 4 5 8 8. Again it is divisible by 2, you have 7 2 9 4. Again it is divisible by 2, so you have 3 6. Here comes your 4, then 7. Now it is not divisible by 2 anymore. Let us check whether it is divisible by 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 7 16. No, it is not divisible by 7. Not with 5 also. So let us try with 7. Yeah, it is divisible by 7 and you are getting 521. Okay, now 521. I think 521 is a prime number, correct? So what I can write in place of your numerator is, how many 2's you have? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I'll write 2 to the power 6 into 7 into 5 21 divided by 2 to the power 4 into 5 to the power 4. So your answer will be 2 square if you bring it to the lowest form. 2 square into 7 into 5 21 divided by 5 to the power 4. Correct or not? So now what you can observe is whether what you have to observe is whether denominator is of the form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m or not. Yeah, so that is 5 to the power 4. So the number is terminating. So it's a rational number with a terminating decimal expansion. Correct? So whenever you are solving this kind of problem, what you have to do is you have to check that the denominator, that is q should be expressed in terms of 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m. If it is not expressed, it cannot be expressed, then it cannot be terminating. In that case, it will be non-terminating or recurring or repeating. Correct, children? This we have discussed in the previous class. So I thought let me take one more example so that it will be a kind of revision and it will be easier for you to solve the problem from exercise 1.4. So shall we start exercise 1.4 now? Yeah. So this is the question I have taken from your textbook, that is NCERT book. So these are the questions. So you have 3 questions. So what I will do, because in question number 1 there are 10 bits, so I will alternately I will do 5 bits for you and rest 5 I will be giving you as homework, which you need to complete and upload in the comment section. Okay, if you do that, then I will be giving you, okay, last time I have told you, right, if anyone if anyone is uploading, subscribing and uploading in the comment section the answer, then he or she can clarify the doubt with a personal chat with me. So you will be getting opportunity to clarify your doubt with personal chat with me. Okay. So this time also, if you solve the problem which will be given as homework, then you can clarify your doubt directly with personal chat with me. Correct. So shall we start? Okay. So this is exercise 1.4. Bit 1. So without actually performing the long division, state whether the following rational number will be a terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. So just now I told that for this what you have to prove? You have to just factorize your denominator, that is q. So this is in the form of p by q. You have to check whether this q can be expressed in terms of 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m or not. Okay, so I will factorize 3125. Okay, so 3125 divisible by 5, you get 625. Divisible by 5 again, you get 125. Divisible by 5 again, you get 25. Divisible by 5 again, you get 5. Correct. So what I will write here? 13 divided by 5 to the power 5. Correct. So this is this particular expression. So now your denominator is of the form what? 2 to the power n into 5. 2 to the n is 0 here. 5 to the power m. So as your denominator, as q is of the form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m. So the rational number will have terminating terminating decimal expansion. Correct or not? Correct. So now it's the third bit. So that is 64 divided by 455. So numerator you need not do anything because you have to check with the denominator first whether it can be represented in form of your uh, 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m or not. So let us find out the prime factors of 455. So it is divisible by 5 as we can see. Then here comes 9, then 1 divided by 7 you get 13. So you are getting here 5 into 7 into 13. So here the denominator cannot be expressed, cannot be, because it has a factor 7 and 13, so it cannot be expressed in form of 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m. That means it is not divisible by 10. So hence the rational number the rational number will have non-terminating non-terminating repeating decimal. Correct. So how easily, without doing any long division, you are just by following this trick you are finding out whether it is terminating or non-terminating. Correct or not? So now let us take the next problem, that is 29 divided by 343. Again the same procedure. We'll find out the factors of 343. So it's 11 and sorry 11 and here comes your 13. So 343 is your 11 into 13, correct? So it is equal to 29 divided by 11 and into 13, both are prime, so there is no question of 2 and 5 as a factor. So the denominator is not in form of 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m. Hence, the rational number has non-terminating expansion. Correct? Decimal expansion. Correct? So now let us go to the next problem, that is 129 divided by, so it's very clear here already the factorization has been done for you. If you want to check if because there is a 7, if is there any chance that this 7 will be discarded, so I will just write down this 129, the factors of 129 also, to check if 7 is getting cancelled. No, it is not getting cancelled. So here also you have a extra 7 in the denominator. So you have to write down the same as the denominator is not in form of 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m. Hence the rational number has non-terminating, recurring and repeating decimal expansion. Non-terminating, recurring I have not written, please write down. Recurring decimal expansion. Now let us go to the next problem, that is 35 by 50. So now let us see. So 35 I will write as 5 into 7 and this has 5 into 10. So 5 into 10, that means you have so 5 get cancelled out, so 7 divided by 2 into 5. So very clear, it's as the denominator is of the form 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m, hence the rational number, has terminating decimal expansion. करेक्ट। तो बेसिकली हम लोग क्या किए, ये सारे के सारे प्रॉब्लम में बस डिनोमिनेटर को प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन चेक किए और देखे कि वो 2 टू दी पावर n और 5 टू दी पावर m के हिसाब से लिखा जा सकता है कि नहीं। अगर लिखा जा सकता है तो वो हो गया तुम्हारा टर्मिनेटिंग डेसिमल एक्सपेंशन। अगर लिखा नहीं जा सकता तो रेशनल नंबर का नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग, रिकरिंग, रिपीटिंग डेसिमल एक्सपेंशन होगा। ये चीज़ का गांठ बांध लो। Correct. So now let us go to the next problem. So here what you have to do is write down the decimal expansion of those rational numbers. So in question number 1, अभी तो हम लोग क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 में टोटल था 10 क्वेश्चन में से मैंने 5 किया हुआ है। तो मैं क्या करूँगी, अभी जो मैंने 5 लिया है उसमें से कितना कौन सा तुम्हारा क्या मतलब टर्मिनेटिंग था, बस उसी का डेसिमल एक्सपेंशन। सो पहले चेक कर लेते हैं कौन सा तुम्हारा टर्मिनेटिंग था। तो अभी तुम्हारा टर्मिनेटिंग एक था, कौन सा वाला, इधर देखो कौन सा टर्मिनेटिंग था। अच्छा इधर देखो, इधर एक टर्मिनेटिंग है, तो तुम्हारा ये वाला एक टर्मिनेटिंग है, ये सब तो नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग हो गया। तो अभी ये वाला एक टर्मिनेटिंग है, तो तुम्हारा 2 ही टर्मिनेटिंग है। करेक्ट। तो ये दोनों का अभी हम डेसिमल एक्सपेंशन निकालेंगे। जैसे कि तुम्हारा पहले क्वेश्चन का था, सो बिट 1 का था 13 डिवाइडेड बाई 3125। तो so what we had done previously, we had written in this form, that is 13 divided by 5 to the power 5. So in order to get 10, so we have to multiply 2 to the power 5 at the bottom also, so 5 to the power 5. So your answer becomes 13 into 32 divided by 10 to the power 5. So answer is 416 divided by 10 to the power 5. So answer कितना हो गया, 0.00416। ये हो गया तुम्हारा टर्मिनेटिंग डेसिमल एक्सपेंशन। सो दिस इज व्हाट यू हैव गॉट is terminating decimal expansion. So bit 1 you had got terminating decimal expansion. I think in bit ix also, that is for 35 by 50 also you had got terminating decimal. So let us try this. So you had written 35 is equal to 5 into 7 and 50 is equal to 5 into 10. So 5 get cancelled and your answer is 0.7. Very simple. Correct. So you have got terminating decimal over here. So rest problems you have to solve, and you have to check whether it is terminating and non-terminating. If you have found that it is terminating, then in question number 2, for those particular rational number, you have to find out the terminating decimal expression. Clear, children? Okay, now let us go to the last problem. So what is it? The following real numbers have decimal expansions as given below. In each case, decide whether they are rational or not. If they are rational and of the form p by q, what can you say about the prime factor of q? Okay, so it's very clear. So it is just the other way round. So you have here the already decimal number. You have to see that whether the decimal number can be expressed in form of p by q, and q can be expressed in terms of 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m or not. So as you can see, this is equal to 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 9 already. That is also there. Sequential region. So it is 10 to the power 9. So nothing but equal to 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 divided by 2 to the power 9 into 5 to the power 9. It is expressed in form of 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m. Correct or not? So it is what kind of decimal expansion? It's a terminating decimal expansion. Terminating decimal expansion. If it is terminating decimal expansion, what can you say about the prime factor of q? So q has factor 2 and 5. Correct. So it is a rational number. So p by q, it's a rational number. If they are rational, what can you say about this? So number is rational. Number is रेशनल. नाउ B2 में तुम्हें ज़्यादा कुछ करना नहीं पड़ेगा, क्वेश्चन देख के ही पता चलता है. What you can observe that it is continuously, there is no repeating number also, number series, it keeps on changing. So it is very clearly, it is neither terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating decimal expansion. So it is not rational number. It is not rational number, as nothing is getting repeated or neither the decimal is getting terminated. Correct. Third bit. So in third bit, it is very clear that your numbers are getting repeated. Numbers are getting repeated. So it is has non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. What about q? But q cannot be expressed. Q cannot be in form of 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m. But the number is rational. Number rational. तो ये हो गया तुम्हारा रेशनल नंबर. ये भी रेशनल है. दिस इज नॉट रेशनल. Correct. This is not rational. ये है तुम्हारा टर्मिनेटिंग डेसिमल एक्सपेंशन एंड हियर इट इज नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग रिकरिंग decimal expansion. Terminating decimal expansion, denominator that is q can be expressed in terms of 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m, whereas in case of non-terminating it cannot be expressed in terms of 2 to the power n into 5 to the power m, but remember it is also rational number because rational number has only two form. One is terminating decimal expansion and another one with non-terminating recurring or repeating decimal expansion. Correct, children? So with this we are coming to the end of your chapter 1. So what we have learned in chapter 1? So basically we have learned Euclid division lemma. So where you were expressing all the positive integers in terms of a is equal to bq plus r, that is nothing but in form of your dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder, where remainder is greater than equal to 0 and less than b. And also we have discussed how to find out HCF and LCM by using your Euclid's division algorithm. Then we have discussed the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Then we also know that if p is a prime and p divides a square, then p divides a, where a is positive integer. Also we have proved that root 2 and root 3 are irrational. Then while discussing the revisiting to the rational number, we have discussed these theorems where we have tried to express q in form of 2 to the power n and 5 to the power m into 5 to the power m. Based on that, we were deciding whether it is terminating or non-terminating. And also you can find out a note here where previously we have solved problem taking two numbers, where the relationship between two numbers taking HCF and LCF of them. So multiplication of their HCF and LCM was the product of the number. So here there is a note for how you can implement this formula with three numbers. Okay, so here the formula, there is a change in the formula, so please go through the formula. This is a new one. Correct. So with this we come to the end of your chapter 1 real number of your NCERT book. Correct, children? Hope you have understood the entire chapter. If you have not done, please feel free to ask your doubt in the comment section. And if you have liked the video, then please share it and subscribe the channel. Don't forget to enroll in the eTuition app. Follow us in YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Thank you, children. Take care and keep smiling.